you might get called the N-word. They don't really understand black people. They don't like black culture. There's a very good chance you might get called the N-word over there. But the Oscars dedicated a whole segment to some people that hate our people. Take that in. It's not about Will Smith smacking Chris Rock. This is about distraction, and I've said that a while ago on my podcast. It's about being distracted. That's what that moment was. It was a distraction. That's all that was. To distract us from current events. So don't get distracted by current events. Shame on everybody keeping this moment going more than it needs to go. And all these people chiming in, they're not chiming in with responsibility. They're not chiming in with a sense of urgency. They're just trying to decipher it and say who's wrong and who they was both wrong, obviously. And they're trying to, all these different organizations, they're trying to launch a insult humor campaign. Now, who is that aimed at? Black comedians, that is essentially their craft. They dominate in insult humor. That's kind of what the craft of comedy is all about, to help you laugh through your pain. I know all jokes ain't funny, but damn it, if you can't laugh about yourself, you live in a miserable life. So now they're trying to, sit up there and, bring Bob Saget and Betty White in it. If he would have, now what if the black guy would have went up there and hit Betty White and Bob Saget? First of all, that ain't going to happen. Because they're white. He would have got ejected up out of there and arrested. And that's what, all those other black men we need to think about. See, impulse doesn't make you gangster. You know what makes you gangster? Emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence makes you gangster. Don't get me wrong, if somebody, disrespect, you have every right to check them. Depending on how they disrespected you, there's levels to disrespect. If they disrespected you at the, I gotta put pause on them, governor, of course put pause on them. But just know, there's a consequence for every action you take. People have killed people with their bare hands. Okay, black man? Talking to you, black man. We harbor rage. And our rage comes from this systemic maze we're in this European wilderness. They're sitting up there every time we turn around, they're telling us what we can't do. Don't do this, don't say that, you can't go here, you can't go there. Why are you so aggressive? Why are you so aggressive? So we all carry rage in us. And the thing about rage, you don't know how much of it you actually have until it's too late. So this is why you need emotional intelligence, especially when you got children. So if you spank with your children, that's where you need it, black man. You need that emotional intelligence. Because you mess around and hit your son, who you figure should be able to take it and inflict all kinds of harm on him and damage him for his wife or his girlfriend. And then she got to be all night being his therapist, helping him work through some trauma you inflicted on your son because he wasn't using emotional intelligence and disciplining him. We got to be emotionally intelligent out here in these streets. We can't just be succumbing to, impulse. Because it's a little thing called jail. It's a trap. They designed these laws to ensnare us to make jail, which is still just modern day slavery. Slavery never ended. To keep that machine running. So you must be mindful of that, black man. And then the other teachable moment is these people are celebrities. You sitting up here putting these people on pedestals. They don't deserve to be put on a pedestal. They ain't no better than you or me. And it just makes me cringe when I see, those little reaction videos where they meet their favorite celebrity and they just like can't even contain themselves. They jumping up and down and falling out and hyperventilating. Like, that's just a man. That's just a woman. They ain't no damn body. They ain't no different than you. Stop degrading yourself like that. I mean, it's okay to say, I like you. I mess with your music. I like your films. But that's where it stops. Don't be sitting up there, falling all out and just like losing control of your emotions for somebody that ain't no better than you. Another thing, so I don't know if you know this, but if he did have a meltdown, he's allowed to have a meltdown. We're allowed to have that. We're allowed to have and exhibit and display emotions. But what we're not allowed is let our emotions control us. This is why prayer and meditation is essential, black man. This helps you tame the flesh. This helps you discipline those emotions. This helps you discipline those impulses. Because if you don't learn how to do that, your circumstances will force you to do it. Then you'll be learn how to discipline your emotions behind that concrete slab. You'll be away from your family. Somebody's going to put you in the dirt, or somebody's going to put you in that box, in that cage. So that's all I want to say. I want to just challenge people to think critically. I want to showcase and demonstrate you don't have to. Did you hear all those positive frames of reference I gave you today about black people doing positive things, starting businesses, reaching out to the community? Like, you don't have to, like Dan saw every said, you don't have to sit up here and keep on riding the wave. All these internet comedians talking about the slap. Like it happened on Sunday, bro. You don't got to keep on milking the cow. You don't got to keep on beating the dead horse. This is why the internet is so clogged up and filled with all this BS in our timelines. Promote positivity. Matter of fact, when it broke off on my timeline, I did a meme. I created a meme. I didn't use any of the gentleman's images. I just said in my meme, promote black excellence, not black messiness. And then the caption said, keep that fucking moment off your fucking timelines. That's what I said. So when I said that, what I was meaning by that was stop sharing and recycling trauma. Because when you share stories like that, you're recycling trauma. That was traumatic to watch. That was traumatic to watch. Not because he was Will Smith, not because he was Chris Rock, because there were two black men. Two black men not in solidarity is traumatic to watch. And that's what we always got. We don't got to like each other to be in solidarity. If you don't like somebody, that's called being a genuine human being. I don't like you. And when you don't like somebody, stay away from them, because a moment like that will happen. It's perfectly all right to not like somebody. But when you don't like somebody, let it be known you don't like them. You don't have to justify why. You got to be worried about getting called a hater. You're being genuine and authentic with your feelings. Like, I don't like you. It is what it is. Everybody ain't to be like. They gonna call you a hater, or well, we should be keeping it real. Because that's not in our, and I always talk about the true nature on my own platform, the true nature of a black man, the true nature of black people is to be genuine, not disingenuous. So like a lot of us say, fake it till you make it. That's not even in our nature. We're not fake. There's nothing artificial about us. We're the closest beings on this planet, closest to nature. There ain't nothing artificial in nature. Nothing's artificial in nature until man introduces it to artificial conditions. Nature is natural. The black man is natural. The black woman is natural. Faking ain't natural. So another thing, I'm about to wrap it up. I just also want to point out some things that really bothered me about this situation. People sitting up there calling Jada Pinkett out of her name. I had actually seen it. I'm not going to say the YouTuber's name, but it's a guy, and in his headline, he said Jada Pinkett is the biggest whore in Hollywood. And it's a picture of a black man. It could be Caucasian, but that's what the YouTuber said. Jada Pinkett is the biggest whore in Hollywood. She drove Will to doing that. That's sad. That's sad, bro. That you would even that you even post something like that. You don't know them people. Something else. Now everybody's saying Chris Rock is the biggest sucker in creation for not going, like, taking off on punching Will, socking him up, for slapping him and not brawling with him. Let me tell y'all something. Like, fighting don't make you gangster. There's nothing more gangster than discipline. Discipline is what makes you gangster. Restraint makes you gangster. Do you know how many tough guys are sitting up in prison because they went to prove a point that they wasn't soft? You know how many tough guys is in the cemetery right now because they didn't want to back down? They want to be tough. Not so tough now, you are they? They ain't here no more. And then I want to address to everybody that said Will Smith's actions were justified. I agree to a certain extent. The black man is a provider for your family. The man, like, whether you're an alpha, beta, sigma, whatever type of male you are, We all got that in us. You got